Welcome back. Here I am. I'm Robyn Scobie with Empowering Businesses Inc. with Linda Simpson and Shaelene. And Shaelene is with Books in Line. Shaelene does Eastern Canada and Linda and I do Western Canada. And we're here just helping other small businesses learn how to manage their cash to be more successful. The three of us, it breaks all of our hearts that only 4% of businesses are succeeding after 10 years. And there's some really simple strategies that we can take and put into place to make our businesses more successful. Entrepreneurs put in so much hard work and dedication to their business. As we've talked in some of our past episodes, the importance of making sure your bookkeeping is up to date, making sure that you understand your reports. We've talked about how to get subscriptions, how to increase your quality of inbound cash coming into your company. But today, let's just talk a little bit more about how we can help you help your clients. Some of that is done by education. I know I'm a single mom. I have two wonderful children, but my son is constantly wanting to fix his vehicles. He now turns to YouTube to learn because I've never taught him. I've had a mechanic. I don't know how to do anything other than change a flat tire in my oil. So he's looking at YouTube and finding ways to do this. I think our clients, other entrepreneurs, I guess is the word I'm looking for, other entrepreneurs definitely have that ability to help educate as well.
That's right.
And then having that reoccurring or some sort of revenue coming back to them. So just using my son as an example, he watches the YouTube video, and in those videos have links about where to get your parts. So it's going back to the YouTuber. And I don't know how much he's making. I think that's just a wonderful way. I know each one of us have written a few books. The last one being the Cash Flow Club Playbook. Absolutely. That is very easily accessible on Amazon, where now my future clients or my future customers are able to see if we're going to be a right fit to work together.
Yeah, that's always the question, right? Being a right fit. I like the way that you said that, Robyn, because if I can, when we're talking about increasing the quantity of inbound cash, which is very important to anyone who's self-employed, you want to increase the quantity, but you want it always to be a win-win for you and your client. You don't want to be taking advantage of anyone. That's not why we all started our own businesses. We know that. So talking about educational content, I'll just give a couple of examples. I have a great workshop that I share. I charge minimally usually. And then I will do a whole workshop on CRA red flags, everything the Canada Revenue Agency doesn't want you to know. And I will talk about, this is what you can claim. No, you cannot claim haircuts. I don't care. You can't. But yes, you can claim this. This is how you claim your auto expenses. This is how you track your mileage. This is if you have a home office. This is how you do that. And no, it doesn't affect capital gains, by the way. That's another discussion. But this is a way that I'm helping my clients. They're saving a huge amount of money because they don't realize everything that they can claim as a business expense. So while I'm bringing in extra cash because I'm being paid to deliver educational content, they're saving money because I'm teaching them how to save money on their taxes. That's one of many, many, many examples.
Sure. And I know that lots of people will say, well, that's easy. You're in an office. It's easy to do that, right? But when I think about educational content, sometimes it might be free, sometimes it's not. But do you know how helpful it would be if on Facebook right now it's sort of coming up and it's saying, remember, turn off your outside taps. Winter's coming. Turn off your outside taps. Disconnect your garden hose. Does that plumber really need to come, when it freezes and now I've got water running everywhere? If he just posted that on social media, it might be free, but it might not be. He could start a following that would then pay him for tips, or they would at least have seen these little free snippets about
Mhm.
do this, remember this, it's this time of the year. They
Yep.
might be free, but who's in the forefront when they need to make a call? It's like, oh, I don't
That
really know a
person, yeah.
plumber, but so and so Joe, he always posts on Facebook, and
And he does it,
I've
yeah.
gone and followed his tips for the last 2 years. I'm going to phone Joe. So even though he may not have gotten more money up front for
Right.
educational content, he has a following of people that he's never even met
Yes.
because of his educational content. And I think in today's world, that is huge because
Much
we
more.
don't have a phone book anymore. We're not going through.
That's right.
When I Google plumber, it tells me weird places all over the world to go for a plumber. It doesn't even make it specific to my area.
Right. Except for now, Joe the plumber, right? Exactly.
I feel like
Joe
I
the
know him
plumber.
because he
Exactly.
keeps telling me 3 or 4, maybe every month, he might have a post on there. Have you done this or have you done that? It's all preventative stuff. But I feel like I know Joe, and if I needed a plumber, he would be the
Yes.
first guy I would call.
You just said turn off your taps, and I thought, I better turn off my taps. It's October. I just actually thought that. But just a quick thing. I have Shailene's tax tip of the week. Shailene's tax tip of the week. You know how many people have come back to me who I've never met before, and they're like, I get your tax tip of the week, and that's why I'm calling you. It's because of my Shailene's tax tip of the week, right? It's
Right.
just whatever it is, this is how you do this. Here's the link to apply for this, and just here's your tax tip of the week. Everyone loves that. And I'm happy to share it too. I'm happy. It's 2 sentences, 2 sentences, but
Right.
it's getting me out there. Everyone knows Shailene's tax tip of the week, right?
Right. That's a whole nother podcast that we can easily do on the referrals. And
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That is one of the main reasons I think we do the education.
Yes.
And as the plumber, do you really want to be going to Linda's basement at 3 o'clock in the morning because her pipes burst?
Right.
That's not really
You
his,
have to remind me of that day.
right?
Yes.
Going to fixing of the vehicles, or how often do we just look at YouTube or other ideas how to do?
Yes. I
And we
constantly
have-
how to is my first most common thing on Google. How to.
Yeah.
And we all have had or have clients that did weekly or monthly newsletters, and they charge for them. You can,
Yes.
even if they're online, you can have a charge for it. So it's, you're giving an educational component, but there's extra
Yes.
money coming in. But I
Right.
think lots of times the educational component just gets you your face known
Right.
more. But if you want to write a book like we did,
Mhm.
we know people. If you want to write a book, contact one of us. We can put you in contact with
Absolutely.
somebody that will co-write that book for you and share your knowledge. And there's
Mhm.
all sorts of book publishers out there. I never
Yes.
realized how easy it is. We have ours published on Amazon.
Mhm.
People can order one book and they'll print one book for them, or we can order 100 books. It's
Yeah, that's right.
the whole
Mhm.
book part of this is so much easier in today's world than it was a few
Yes, it
years
is.
ago.
And people love that. If someone is to write, 5 mistakes realtors make when starting their business, this is what every realtor in the world's like. I want to know 5 mistakes so that I'm not making those 5 mistakes. And again, it's not expensive to get this book published. And if it's something you already know about, you're going to share it. People want to pay for it. It's win-win. You're helping these people not make these 5 mistakes, and yet at the same time, you're being paid. So win-win. No one's taking advantage of anyone, and it's another way to increase your quantity of inbound cash. Become the expert in your field. Publish a book on it.
When you say that, I'm also building that relationship with those people that I never would have before.
That's right.
Right. So by Linda's example of the plumber, he is building those relationships with not actually taking time out of his day to build those relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I think
getting to
it's
know
just-
you. They're getting to know you through your tax tip of the week, or here's 5 mistakes realtors make, or here's my plumbing tips for this week. Don't forget to turn off your outside taps. Then, because then you're showing people, like, we want you to do well. We don't want you to make these mistakes. We want you to understand these tax tips. We want you to remember to turn off your pipes. So then they're going, so you are building a relationship without even actually knowing the person. You've already started to build a relationship with that person. I
Mhm.
agree. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely wonderful. And we also have our workshops once a month
That's right.
about cash flow. So if people wanted to
Absolutely.
know more detail instead of just these little
Mhm.
clips, they're more than welcome to join us on those monthly workshops as
Yeah,
well.
we do the workshops at absolutely no price. We discuss cash flow because, again, we care. We want people to be successful. We want it to be more than 4% after 10 years. We're doing this because we care. We want everyone that we work with to have a successful business. And that's why we're offering a free workshop. Get to know us. Watch us in these podcasts. Get to know us. And if you think you want to work with us, we're happy to work with you as well. Happy to work with you and help your business to be successful.
Mhm.
And it's a workshop, not a webinar. So
Yes.
you get to come, and it's not just fact. It's stories like we've been telling along the way here, but it's even more than that. We want to hear your story at our workshop.
Mhm.
It's about sharing. It's not a webinar.
No,
Because
it's
for us
participating.
to all be successful, we need to be sharing, not
Yeah.
telling.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much. I'm going to kind of start to wrap this up. We're going to prep our next podcast. We're very excited. We're going to discuss the importance of referrals. When we talk about increasing the quantity of inbound cash, the greatest way to do that is through referrals, because your current best clients are going to bring you your next best clients. From Robyn, Linda, and I, thank you everyone again for joining us. We really appreciate this. We hope that if you want to reach out to us, you're welcome to do so. You'll see all of our contact information, and we're happy to continue to help as many people as we possibly can be successful in business. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else, Robyn, Linda? Did I miss anything?
No,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll see you soon.